The big talk is everyone's talking about the talks are warming up between the Dallas Cowboys and CeeDee Lamb, that we're going to sign CeeDee Lamb and blah, blah, blah. Oh, miss me with this. Jerry does this stuff to build up all the tension, to be the center of attention, to win in the media when everyone knows he's going to sign CeeDee Lamb. But I'm going to tell you what the Dallas Cowboys fans should really be hoping and looking forward to. That's Jalen Tolbert. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans. Welcome, Cowboy haters. It's time to talk facts. Let's talk Cowboys. Everyone keeps talking about CeeDee Lamb, and Dak Prescott is not going to be the same without CeeDee Lamb, and he can't do it without CeeDee Lamb. I'm calling cap on that because, yes, he can. Dak Prescott has proven that if you'll give him a number one receiver, he is going to eat. He's going to score points. He's going to win games. We got to work on winning in the playoffs, and Dak needs to do it this year. But it's no different than quarterbacks of the past. It happened to Drew Brees. It happened to Peyton Manning. It just happens. You run up against juggernaut teams. Manning kept running up against Brady, and with the Dallas Cowboys, they keep running up against the San Francisco 49ers. But even outside of the 49ers, last year they ran up against the Green Bay Packers. And if we learn anything about that game, is that yes, CeeDee Lamb is a beast. But if you stop CeeDee Lamb, the receivers that were with him, they were not even in the top 100. CeeDee Lamb needs a complimentary wide receiver. And that complimentary wide receiver is actually already on the team. It's Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert could be having a breakout season. And I'm telling y'all, Jerry Jones better get ready. Stephen Jones said that CeeDee Lamb, with the money that they're going to pay him, better get more touches. 12 to 15 touches. Running the ball, if you hand it to him twice, give it to him 2 more times. Stephen Jones, leave the football stuff to the football people. I am not going to pay CeeDee Lamb that type of money, and now I'm going to increase his. It's not about increasing his productivity, but I'm not going to try and put him in harm's way by giving him more touches. No, CeeDee Lamb got enough touches. Last year he got enough touches, he got enough targets. What they need to work on now is a complimentary wide receiver so that when they run up against the upper echelon teams, that they don't become easy to stop. And if I'm anybody playing the Cowboys, and if they use the same formula from last year, all I have to do is stop CeeDee Lamb, the Cowboys are done. Dak Prescott now, he's going to have to throw in tighter windows. He's going to have to force some balls. He's going to have to scramble out the pocket. Yeah, no worries, we got him. No. I need a complimentary wide receiver with CeeDee Lamb. And I am telling us, if Jalen Tolbert continues to progress, CeeDee Lamb will not have the productivity that he had last year. Not because he's going to be on the decline, but because Dak Prescott, in CeeDee's absence, has developed a connection with Jalen Tolbert. Now, don't get me wrong, Brandon Cooks is good. They talk about his great work ethic and his leadership. But I didn't realize that when people were talking about Brandon Cooks and all of his productivity that he had over his 8 seasons, I didn't realize something, that Brandon Cooks is a small wide receiver. And for me, I don't want my 1 and my 2, I don't want either one of those to be small receivers. I want those to be bigger, taller receivers so that I can throw ball. I can throw jump balls. I can throw slants. I can even throw balls to where if they get contested, they're big enough to where they can stretch out or whatever the case may be. And I'm not sure. I don't think Tolbert is an absolute huge guy, but I know he's bigger than Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks will be awesome in the slot. He should be able to eat more if Jalen Tolbert can be that complimentary 2 to CeeDee Lamb's 1. That's who we really need to be talking about, and that's what we need to be hoping for. The CeeDee Lamb talk, I don't even understand why people get in such an uproar. I know that it's news. I know it gets clicks. I know it gets views. But at the end of the day, the Cowboys are going to sign CeeDee Lamb. I don't even know why they go through all the hoopla. They're going to sign CeeDee Lamb. I know you're trying to work out all the details, and I'm sure they don't want to give him the type of contract that Dak Prescott has. They definitely don't want to give him a no-trade clause. They don't want to do none of those things. They're probably also looking for a 5-year deal. You know, they're probably looking at ways to spread that money out. And basically they're looking at, they want to get the best years out of CeeDee Lamb. Because with wide receivers, I understand why CeeDee Lamb has been holding out. Because with wide receivers, there's a very small window, just like running backs. Running backs have the smallest window. Running backs, rookie deal, get all you can. Because after your rookie deal, they're done with you. You might get another deal, but it won't be nothing close to what other positions get on their second deal. CeeDee Lamb, this will probably be his last big deal. Because that's how it goes for wide receivers, unless they are elite, and I think he's elite, and they can stay healthy. So this is why if I'm CeeDee Lamb, I want Jalen Tolbert to step up his game. I want Dak Prescott to spread the ball out more. I want my 10 receptions, 10 receptions, 12 on a good day. I want to get my 10 to 15 touchdowns. I want to get my 1,000 to 1,300 yards, but I want to pace myself. I don't want to be such a center of attention that teams start chipping at me, doubling me, jamming me at the line, bumping run. I mean, I don't want CeeDee Lamb to go through that kind of abuse. I don't want him to always be the go-to on 3rd and 4. I don't want CeeDee Lamb to do that if I'm the Dallas Cowboys. I want another wide receiver that is a threat to be able to do some of the things that CeeDee Lamb can do. I want another wide receiver that's going to open up Brandon Cook. I also want another wide receiver that's going to even open it up for Jake Ferguson. I want to take defenses out of that dumb cover 2. I want to take them out of that. I want to make sure you can't run that cover 2 on us and just cover us deep and cover us underneath and then make us throw everything in the middle to where there's a high percentage, there's a high probability of tip balls and interceptions. No, we need Jalen Tolbert to be that wide receiver to take defenses out of that to where they can't turn their whole game plan towards CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott. And I still say Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones need to really be thinking about, I know you think you can do it like Kansas City, but I don't think the Cowboys have a running back that is the caliber of Pacheco. We're going to see with Rico Dowdle. I think Rico Dowdle could be a good 1-2 punch, but I don't think he's the one in the punch. And if he is the one in the punch, then you need to get a better number 2 than Ezekiel Elliott. I think they're going to actually use Zeke more, probably out of the backfield in the passing game. That's not going to surprise me, which will be good. But I still think they need another running back unless they show us something otherwise. But I'm telling us, Jalen Tolbert can open all that up. Even with this running back by committee, Jalen Tolbert can open that up. If he can take some of the load off of CeeDee Lamb, if he can have a connection and be that complimentary receiver for CeeDee Lamb, giving Dak another option or giving them some different looks to where teams just can't jump in the cover 2 or bracket CeeDee Lamb, the Cowboys will be cooking. And this team, if Jalen Tolbert really steps up his game, this team is actually going to be better than last year's team. You can book it. If Jalen Tolbert steps his game up, this team not only wins a playoff game, this team can go to the NFC Championship. And if you keep playing with the way the NFC is still looking right now, The Cowboys, people can say what they want to. They're still the top of the food chain. It's Dallas, the Detroit Lions, and the Philadelphia Eagles. And I still say the Cowboys can be at the top of those three teams. Don't talk to me about Washington. They're still in the building state. Don't even talk to me about them. The Cowboys are still top tier in the NFC. Dak Prescott's still going to play this year. They're going to be still tops in the NFC. And the moves they've been making on defense, Overshawn can stay healthy. Some of the things that they're doing, they're stacked at safety. Cornerback looking pretty good. I'm thinking the Cowboys defense with Mike Zimmer is going to be the defense that Dak Prescott has really been looking for. And if Tolbert can step up, we are going to see Dak Prescott, especially if they don't have this man signed before the beginning of the season, man, Dak Prescott may walk off into the sunset, hitting the lottery and getting on another serious contender. Oh, I'd love to see Dak Prescott with the Rams and Sean McVay. But that's just me. Again, thank you for tuning in to the next video. Let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts.